Top weight training exercises for seniors. Over 60. Have you ever stood in front of the mirror and thought, where did my strength go? Maybe it's something small, like struggling to carry a grocery bag that used to feel light, or realizing that getting out of a chair takes a little more effort than it used to. You're not alone. Aging doesn't have to mean losing your power. It just means we have to work a little smarter to keep it. And here's the good news. You absolutely can build strength, protect your joints, and feel more confident in your body at any age. Yes, even after 60, especially after 60, because this is the time when muscle loss tends to speed up, balance becomes more fragile, and our independence depends more and more on staying physically strong. But don't worry, you don't need to spend hours in the gym or lift heavy weights like a bodybuilder. In fact, that's the beauty of weight training for seniors. It's about doing just enough, in the right way, to make your everyday life easier and more enjoyable. That's what this video is all about. We're going to walk through some of the most effective weight training exercises specifically designed for folks in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. These are safe, simple, and incredibly powerful when done consistently. And the best part? You can do many of them right at home with just a pair of light dumbbells, or even soup cans if that's what you've got. So, let's get started. Let's talk about one of the most important exercises you can do, not just for strength, but for confidence and independence. Let me ask you something. How many times a day do you get up from a chair? Maybe it's to grab a snack, answer the door, or just stretch your legs. Now imagine if every time you tried to stand up, your legs didn't want to cooperate. That's exactly what happens when we don't keep those muscles strong. That's why one of the best weight training exercises for seniors is the sit to stand. You don't need fancy equipment, just a sturdy chair and a bit of space. Sit tall, feet flat on the floor, and then stand up, without using your hands if you can. Then slowly sit back down. Sounds simple, right? But this little move strengthens your quads, glutes, and even your core. These are the muscles that help you walk, climb stairs, and most importantly, prevent falls. Start with 5 repetitions and work your way up. Go slow, focus on control, and if you need to use your hands at first, that's okay. Over time, your legs will grow stronger and you'll find yourself moving with more ease. Now, let's move on to something just as crucial, your upper body. As we age, it's easy to lose strength in the arms and shoulders, especially if we're not lifting things as often as we used to. But having strong arms isn't just about appearance. It means being able to carry laundry, open a jar of pickles, or hold your grandchild without strain. One of the best exercises for this is the bicep curl. All you need is a light pair of dumbbells, or, like I said, even 2 cans from your pantry will do the trick. Stand or sit tall, hold a weight in each hand, arms down at your sides, palms facing forward. Then slowly bend your elbows, bringing the weights up toward your shoulders. Pause, and slowly lower back down. The key here is to go slow and steady. Feel your muscles working. You don't need to swing your arms or rush through it. Just 8 to 10 controlled curls can make a big difference over time. It strengthens the muscles you use to lift, carry, and hold on to things, making daily life feel less like a struggle and more like a joy. Now, I know some people worry that weight training might be dangerous or cause injury, and that's a valid concern if you're not doing it properly. But when you stick to basic, controlled movements like these and focus on good form rather than heavy weight, it's not only safe, it's one of the best ways to prevent injuries, especially the kind that come from weak muscles and poor balance. Speaking of balance, have you ever noticed it's not quite what it used to be? Maybe you feel a little less steady stepping off a curb or reaching up high in the kitchen. That's not just about balance, it's often about core strength. And yes, Your core is way more than just your belly. It's your back, your sides, your hips, all working together to help you stay upright and steady. One fantastic way to work your core gently and safely is with a seated overhead press. Sit in a sturdy chair, weights in hand at shoulder height, elbows bent. Then slowly press the weights up over your head, pause, and lower them back to shoulder level. You'll feel your arms, yes, but you'll also feel your core engaging to keep you stable and upright. And that's what we want. You don't need to rush it. Just 6 to 8 repetitions with light weight is enough to get those muscles working. And the best part? As your core gets stronger, you'll start to feel steadier on your feet, more confident in your movements, and less worried about falling. So, we've talked about standing up from a chair, curling a weight to build arm strength, and pressing overhead to fire up your core. Each of these movements is simple, doable, and deeply effective when practiced consistently. And together, they create a foundation for strength, stability, and energy that can transform how you feel every single day. But we're just getting started. There are more gentle yet powerful exercises that can help you move better, feel stronger, and even sleep more soundly at night. Because once you begin to rebuild your strength, everything else in life starts to feel just a little bit easier. Let's keep going. Now that you've got a feel for how a few simple movements can wake up your muscles and bring new energy into your day, let's keep that momentum going. Because building strength after 60 isn't about doing everything at once. It's about creating small, steady routines that make you feel more alive, more mobile, and more in control of your body. Let's talk about one area that often gets overlooked but makes a huge difference in how we move: the back. Think about how many times a day you reach, twist, or bend. Whether it's grabbing something off a shelf, picking up a dropped napkin, or even turning to look behind you, your back muscles are involved. And if they're weak, you'll feel it in the form of stiffness, discomfort, or that dreaded tweaked feeling that can show up when you least expect it. That's why I love the bent over row. Don't let the name intimidate you. It's very simple and very effective. Stand with your feet about hip width apart, knees slightly bent, and hold a pair of light weights down in front of you. Then, gently hinge forward at the hips, not the waist, and let your arms hang straight down. From here, you pull your elbows up and back, squeezing your shoulder blades together, then slowly lower the weights back down. You don't need to lift high. It's not about swinging the arms or yanking anything. It's about control. This movement strengthens your upper and mid back, improves posture, and even helps with shoulder mobility. Plus, it makes everyday movements, like pushing a shopping cart or pulling open a door, so much easier. Speaking of posture, let me ask you something. Have you ever caught yourself slouching more than usual? Maybe your shoulders roll forward a bit, or your neck feels tight after sitting. That's not just about aging. It's often a result of weak muscles in the shoulders and upper back. That's where the lateral raise comes in. It's another simple move that makes a big difference. Stand or sit tall, weights in hand at your sides. Then, with a slight bend in your elbows, slowly raise your arms out to the sides until they're about shoulder height. Pause, and gently lower them back down. It might feel a little tough at first, and that's okay. Start with very light weights, or even no weight at all until you get the motion down. Over time, this exercise helps strengthen the muscles that support your shoulders and neck, making posture feel more natural and less like a chore. And let's be honest, standing tall just feels good, doesn't it? Now, while we're on the topic of posture and movement, there's something else we need to talk about: hip strength. Your hips are the center of your body's movement. They're involved in walking, climbing stairs, getting in and out of the car, you name it. And as we get older, weak hips can lead to poor balance, instability, and even falls. But the fix doesn't have to be complicated. One great way to strengthen your hips is with a standing leg lift. Stand behind a chair or next to a wall for support. Gently lift one leg out to the side, keeping it straight but not locked. Don't tilt your body. Stay tall and stable. Then lower your leg back down and repeat on the other side. This simple motion targets the muscles on the sides of your hips, which play a big role in balance and coordination. It may feel subtle, but over time, it builds the strength that helps you stay steady, even on uneven ground or when you're turning quickly. And here's something important to remember. When you're doing these exercises, it's not about how many you do or how fast you finish. It's about doing each one with care, with control, and with the intention of making your body stronger and more resilient. That's how you get results that truly matter. You might be wondering, do I need to do all of these in one day? Not at all. In fact, doing just a few of these exercises 3 times a week can bring noticeable improvements. The key is consistency. When you build it into your routine, whether it's after your morning tea or while watching your favorite show in the evening, it becomes something you actually look forward to. And don't worry if you can't do everything perfectly right away. Everyone starts somewhere. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Maybe your leg doesn't lift very high at first, or your arms feel tired after just a few curls. That's completely normal. What matters is that you're doing it. You're showing up for your health, and that's something to be proud of. You might also find that as you grow stronger, other parts of your life start to feel easier too. Maybe your walk feels more confident, your sleep becomes more restful, or you find yourself feeling more upbeat and energetic. That's not a coincidence. Strength training does more than just work your muscles. It lifts your spirit. It reminds your body and your mind that you're capable of more than you thought. So far, we've covered exercises for your legs, arms, shoulders, back, and hips. These areas form the foundation of your strength, balance, and mobility. They support you through every step, lift, and reach throughout your day. And when they're strong, you feel strong. But there's still more we can do to take your strength and your confidence even further. Because once your foundation is solid, you're ready to build on it with movements that challenge you just enough to keep growing. Let's keep going, one step at a time. Now that you've got a strong base in place, legs, arms, back, shoulders, and hips, it's time to bring everything together with a few final moves that support full body strength and keep your daily life running smoothly. Let's start with something that often doesn't get the attention it deserves, your core. And no, I'm not talking about doing sit-ups or crunches on the floor. The truth is, your core is much more than just your belly. It's the center of your balance, your posture, and your ability to twist, reach, and stabilize yourself. And when it's strong, everything just feels easier. One of the most effective and senior-friendly ways to train your core is with the seated knee lift. You don't even have to leave your chair for this one. Sit up tall, feet flat on the floor, and gently lift one knee toward your chest. Just a few inches is fine. Then lower it back down and switch legs. Want a little more challenge? Try lifting both knees together while holding the sides of the chair for balance. This simple move wakes up your lower abdominals and strengthens the muscles around your spine. It's gentle, it's low impact, and it helps protect your back from the strains that often come from bending, lifting, or even just standing for long periods. And speaking of standing, let's talk about one final movement that pulls everything together, the wall push-up. Now, don't roll your eyes at the word push-up. This version is designed for you. Stand an arm's length from a wall, place your hands flat against it, and slowly lower your chest toward the wall by bending your elbows. Then, push back to your starting position. It's not about speed, it's about control. You'll feel it in your chest, shoulders, arms, and even your core as you engage your whole upper body to support the motion. This one move helps with everyday tasks like pushing open heavy doors, lifting groceries, or even supporting yourself when getting up from a chair. And the best part? It builds confidence. Every time you do a wall push-up, you're proving to yourself that you're getting stronger, more stable, and more capable. Now, maybe you're thinking, that all sounds great, but how do I put it together? How do I make this part of my life without feeling overwhelmed? And that's a fair question. The answer is simple. Start where you are. If that means 2 exercises today and a walk tomorrow, that's perfect. If you want to do 3 movements every morning before breakfast, go for it. The point is not to copy someone else's routine. It's to build one that works for you, one that fits into your lifestyle and supports the things you want to do, whether that's playing with grandkids, gardening, dancing, or just moving without aches. Some days will feel easier than others, and that's normal. The important thing is to keep showing up, even if just for 5 minutes. Because those 5 minutes add up. They build strength not just in your body, but in your mindset too. You start to see yourself differently, not as someone who's getting old, but as someone who's taking charge, who's active, determined, and full of life. And if you've ever felt discouraged, maybe after a fall, an injury, or just a few too many days without energy, I want you to know something. It's never too late to get stronger. Truly. The human body is amazing. Even in your 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond, you can build new muscle, improve your balance, and increase your energy. That's not just wishful thinking, it's science. Your muscles respond to challenge, your bones respond to movement, and your heart, it responds to every moment you choose to keep going. So here's what I encourage you to do. Pick 2 or 3 of these exercises to try today. Just a few minutes. No pressure, no perfection needed. Then tomorrow, see how you feel. You might be surprised by how your body begins to respond, how things feel just a little easier, a little smoother, a little more you again. And don't forget to breathe. Every movement you make is a gift. Every step you take toward your health is a victory. And every time you show up for yourself, you're making a powerful statement. I'm still here, and I'm still strong. If this video helped you, I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below, share your favorite movement, or even just tell me how you're feeling today. Your story might be the very thing that inspires someone else to begin. And if you found this helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps more folks just like you find this kind of supportive content. Don't forget to subscribe too. We've got plenty more practical tips, gentle routines, and encouraging advice coming your way. Because this channel is about more than just exercises. It's about living your best life at any age. So keep moving, keep smiling, and keep believing in what your body can still do. Because strength isn't about lifting heavy weights or running marathons. It's about showing up, trying again, and making your health a priority. One day, one step, one rep at a time. Here's to you, stronger, steadier, and more vibrant than ever.